Hey, what's going on, folks? How we doing tonight? Um, I am ready to talk a little stallions tonight, but this guy does fall into the Pittsburgh category, so I'm not afraid to bring him on. Let's get this thing rolling. Here we go. Welcome, Mr. Gray. How are you?
What's up, bro, man? Appreciate you just having me on your show, man. It's an honor, privilege, man, to come be in your space tonight, man.
Right. You fit like I'm Hammer Time Pit usually on my Twitter page there, but you have some Pittsburgh relations of starting your career, correct?
Definitely, man. That's the home team for me, man. Those ties go deep, man, with Mike T and those guys over on the south side of Pittsburgh, man. So, man, that's why I was drafted as. Always gonna be forever my home.
Pick number 215, round seven. At any thoughts did you think you were going to be Mr. Irrelevant?
Uh, man, mm, it's crazy because the draft process is one of those deals where you just never know what can happen during the draft, man. So for me, it was just that I had third round talk, I had second round talk, I had all these different combos coming up, but then it was like with my knee situation, injuries, it was like, wow, we don't know if this guy's gonna go third anymore. Then it started falling, and I started seeing guys that was supposed to be in the fourth or fifth round, for instance, was dropping to the sixth, and I was like, oh shoot, like this is starting to make me worry a little bit, like because if these guys is rated above me and these are falling to the sixth round, some of my guys that know that over at Ohio State was falling, I was like, well, what does that hold for me? You know what I mean? So and then the sixth round came. I was like, "This is do or die. This is all. This is all that's left." You know what I mean? And
Right.
team rolled around, and boom, there I was. You know what I mean? I got my phone rung, and it was a Pittsburgh number, and I remember Tomlin being on the phone, and Tomlin answered the phone. Well, I answered the phone, and Tomlin, the first thing he said, "What's up, Dirty Turk? You ready to be a Steeler?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. Like it took long enough." That's all I can remember saying. It took long enough, but yeah, it was very excited to get to work, man. And came in rookie mini camp, man, and had a blast, man. So
2019, right?
yeah.
So what happened? How'd you do?
So my time at Pittsburgh was an amazing time. I mean, it was one of those teams that uh, I enjoyed playing for because of the fact that once you get to go to other teams, you understand the greatness Pittsburgh hold, whether they win or lose. It's just a great culture around the building, from the front office people down to the coaching staff, to the assistants, to the janitors, to the training room staff, to the way they feed us. It was just top to bottom, top tier class of, you know what I'm saying, the way they carry they, and I really appreciated that once I left and had Jaguars such as Tennessee. And they all ran in different ways. They all ran professional, but the way they condone it, so everybody does it differently. And Pittsburgh is one of those spots that I still today always miss, and hope that I could come back to Pittsburgh and continue to finish my career out there. And you know what I mean. But Pittsburgh was a great time, man. Had a great draft class. Me, Deontay, you know what I mean, Isaiah Bugs, Snell, you know what I mean. It was a great class we had, and I feel like, man, we did what we supposed to do while we was there. And you know what I'm saying. Of course, football things happen in the league, man. You get changes and moves and things is out of your control.
So did Ben let you like? Did you guys go eat the Permanis, the Roethlisberger? Did he show you around town a little bit?
Man, so for Manny Bros, I mean, I've heard, first thing when I got to Pittsburgh, first thing I heard was for Manny Bros, these get your sub sandwich, this, boom, boom, boom. I tried it; it was okay. I mean, it wasn't all that. I wouldn't say it was like the best. I mean, I think it's a little overhyped, if I have to say. It's a little overhyped, a little
I think
overhyped.
doesn't every city have something overhyped though?
100%, 100%. And for Manny Bros, for me, was one of those deals that was kind of one of those that like I can see why it's good. It's a great tourist food, but once you live here, man, I wouldn't travel down to what is this Market Square or anything
Market
from the
District.
North Hills, the Market District. I wouldn't travel from the North Hills to Market District to go get that. But I did like Penn Station. That was one of my favorite downtown. I did like Penn Station a lot.
Penn Station. Okay. So
Take a
did
little sub spot.
so you had a good time.
Yeah, I had a blast in Pittsburgh. I said it really wasn't no complaints. Of course, I wish I could still be there now. You know what I mean? But things happen, and if it's meant to be, I'll be back right there where I started, and that's why I choose to end my career. If I could, I choose to retire as a Steeler.
I have like you went to Jacksonville for a little bit. Um,
Yep.
How was your time there?
Well, I spent a short time in Jacksonville. It was pretty cool, man. Got to be coached on the Urban Mind. He's a tough coach, man. A guy that, I mean, a lot of people say a lot of crazy things about him, but he's a hell of a coach. I mean, yes, he struggled a little bit with his communication with the players and how he want things done. He had to understand the difference between NFL and college. But overall, he was a great coach. I mean, ain't too much you can say about him. He's a winning coach. He knows how to win. And unfortunately, it was just a thing that it just didn't translate to the NFL for him. But I mean, still a great coach. He's still gonna probably be a college Hall of Fame coach. You know what I mean? Behind Nick Saban. So, hey, it was a good opportunity there. You know what I mean? Trevor's first year and good. It had a good group of O linemen there, man. It was Brent with Cam Robinson, Wani Taylor. You know what I mean? We had a good group of guys there too.
So I have one more question. You got to play line a little bit for Derrick Henry. Did you get to learn anything from that little experience?
Tennessee was the difference. That was probably one of my craziest experiences playing for Tennessee because it was a love-hate relationship when I say with the Titans and I don't talk bad about anyone, you know what I mean, and I still want about the Titans. I think Titans is a great organization, but I feel like the Titans is a place that is either you gonna love it or you gonna hate it. And I was kind of in the middle with the Titans, you know what I mean, because the way they ran their system there was kind of not my style because I'm more of a power get up on a guy and drive a guy opposed to the left and right to get Dirk to the sideline and back. I mean, it just wasn't my playing style. That's kind of why things probably didn't work out there for me. But traditionally, I'm a Pittsburgh is traditionally my type. We run downhill. You know what I mean? It's nothing. There's no
North and South,
bullshit.
baby.
Yeah, it's no bullshit. It's no going left. It's no going right. We were calling power. We're pulling that guard. And we're getting north and south, and we busting that shit open. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the way we run things. And so to Titans, it just seemed all this running left, all this running right. It was just a little different for me, you know what I mean? But it works for some players, and I see a lot of players that did really well in that system. But I mean, once again, Mike Vrabel was one of the best coaches I coached for besides Tomlin, man. He was probably one of the best coaches, a great players coach. He was a coach that understood how to play the game, how to win. So, man, I take my hats off to Vrabel. He does a great job understanding the keys to success when it comes to winning ball games and down the stretch.
I figured that would have been a good place for you because it says you're more of a run blocker, and I figured Derrick Henry, that would be what they were looking for.
Well, I mean, when we get into X's and O's, schematically, things are different than just run blocking. You know what I mean? So you have to fit in certain schemes. So certain schemes, wasn't my style. You know what I mean? It was one of those things you had to really, really learn their way of doing things. And Pittsburgh was more traditionally the way I've already knew, kind of how to run block, how to run certain schemes because I ran it in college. So going from running that in Pittsburgh and college and similar into Jacksonville into going there to running something kind of totally different. Not talking about X's and O's far as the way the play is called, but the way you want it to be blocked is just a little different from what I'm kind of used to. If that makes sense.
Gotcha. So now all of a sudden, how did you get your break for the USFL?
So it was about the end of the year. I was released from the Titans, and toward the end of the year, and I was just kind of on the borderline of because I mean, I enjoyed doing my podcast and I enjoyed connecting with people, and I'm saying learning great stories, and also doing my sports casting thing, and had the opportunity to do a lot of great things with a little bit of SEC network, calling some football games, and some TV commentating and things like that. So I kind of started dipping into that type of deal, and I was falling in love with that more. And I'm saying I almost was getting to the point where I was almost done with football. But then I grabbed myself towards the end. Bo had hit my phone and just trying to connect with me and see where my head was at for football if I wanted to do it. And Zach Potter, you know what I mean, he did a great job selling me, man, that it was a great place for me to come here and continue to play because I had a lot of football left. And as you can see in this background football picture right here that you have in the back, it looks like I'm having a great ass time out there on the field, man. I'm happy I chose to come here, man, because this USFL thing, it's one of those things that's kind of slept on. It's kind of overlooked. It's kind of overlooked and one of those deals. So I'm happy to be here, you know what I'm saying, and play the game that I love, man, and continue to play this game. So
Someone wanted to say hi.
what's up, man?
Um, Are you good? Are you okay now? You got to say hi. Say hi,
Yeah,
everyone. Say hi.
yeah,
She
yeah,
does this every show. She
yeah.
it's just a thing.
Yep, definitely, man. It's all good. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Uh, so
So yeah, man.
I guess you went from college to same color scheme in Birmingham, huh?
Yeah, kind of the same color scheme, man. You know what I'm saying Under Armour was our color scheme in at Maryland at with black, red, and white was kind of our traditional colors. And yeah, man, as you see, rocking my Maryland Terps, man. I'm a big Terp fan. Not only just because I went there, but it's also the home team. Kind of grew up in Washington D.C. You know what I mean? So, and I'm big in repping my hometown and you know what I'm saying, giving your hometown more love. You know what I mean? That's just my thing of doing. So, coming here and the Stallions having red was just like it's meant to be. So, and ever since I stepped foot in here, man, since the day we checked in, it was just been nothing but open arms from the guys that been here last year. It's been nothing but great leadership from not just the players, but the guys at the top office from Zach Potter and all his guys and Skip Holtz and his crew with his assistant coaches. So they have a great grip on what needs to be done and how to win ball games. And we compete every day at practice and we have a ball, man. As you see in that picture, we have a ball doing it.
So are you keeping tabs on all your DC teams, or are you like
Uh,
watching the defenders at all? I'm just curious.
Oh, I haven't watched the Defenders. I watched a little bit of XFL, a little bit because I watched a couple of my guys that played for the Seattle Dragons, Antoine Brooks and guys like that. And I have a couple guys play for Houston Roughnecks and William Likely. He was our corner at Maryland. He's there with the Houston Roughnecks and AJ Hendy. So all those guys, I keep up with those guys. And so if I had more time, I would definitely watch more of it. But I got to kind of focus on my team and getting this championship this year.
Wasn't Bryant a Steeler in 19?
Who?
Martez
Brian
Bryant.
Burns. Brian Burns.
Wow. So, um,
If you,
Bryant
if
or
Brian Burns
Martez.
that played who? He plays for he plays for the USFL with us.
No, he plays for.
Oh, you talking about Brian Allen?
Martavius Bryant. Didn't he play with the Steelers in 19?
Oh, you talking about Tavius Bryant, the receiver? So he wasn't
Yeah,
there when I was there. He wasn't there. He was all. He just had just left. He wasn't there when I was there.
I'm
So I
just
didn't. I heard
curious.
he was a great. I heard he was a great player. I heard he was a hell of a player. Had speed on him. It just had a little bit of off the field issues that just couldn't get under control quick enough. That's all. But unbelievable player, and then I had mad respect for him, and definitely was one of the best receivers to step foot through there.
I thought he was good too.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, yeah, I knew his last name was Brian. I just couldn't remember his first
Yeah,
name. He's been
man,
away
it's
from.
all good. Happens all the time. So many players in the league, man. So, man, I mess up that all the time. So you fine on
Oh, good. I'm not the only one.
that, man.
My son is watching tonight, and he's like, "You got the Pac-Man on."
Yeah,
I just kind of let it play. I haven't played it yet. I should, but I don't.
Pac-Man, man. The old school right there, the Pac-Man.
See,
So
there it is, right there.
you got the old school, actual real, the arcade version too.
Um, so what do you think of Skip Holtz?
Oh man, Skip, man, he's unbelievable, man. I got to give it to him. He's unbelievable as a head coach, man. Come to this league, like I said, I had no opinion. I didn't know what it was gonna be like, what it wasn't gonna be like. I didn't know, so I came in. I kind of came with my open heart and just willing to just buy in because I'm choosing to do this. So, and Skip Holtz since day one when I first shook his hand, coming into the offensive team meeting room and meeting some of the coaching staffs and things like that. He's been great, man. He's a great coach. He understands how to call offenses because he's more offensive mind, and he has a great way of scheming things up to get guys open. And I think he has a particular way he does it, and it's different, but it works for him. You know what I mean? It works for us as well because we buy in to understand the way he's thinking. So Skip, man, is a great coach. And other than that, man, I was willing to take care of our body, man. He's big into getting out of our rest and, you know what I'm saying, taking care of the little details to make sure we're successful on the back end, which is rest. you know what I mean, which is limiting a lot of contact, which is more walkthrough time, more small details to make the bigger thing pop better.
You feel he talks a lot like his dad?
Well, I never had get the opportunity to meet his dad, so I really can't really answer that one because I haven't really met his dad. But I heard his dad was a kind of a legend as well too. So
Yeah, his dad was a little bit of a legend, I guess.
yep.
um, so you mentioned podcasting. What do you guys talk about? What do you guys go over?
So my podcast is I love talking about my podcast, man. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. So top tier topics is exactly what it sounds like. Top tier topics is exactly what it sounds like. Top tier topics. So that can vary from all different type of things. Like whoever comes to my show is considered that top tier topic that day. And, you know what I mean? I just find ways to connect with my guests. You know what I mean? I make it real conversational based. It's very, very lax. It's very laid back. We just chopping it up. We having a good time. And I run mine that way. And I'm not really searching for athletes. I'm not searching for certain people. I'm searching for people that have interesting stories that should be shared out and should be highlighted. For instance, if you're a doctor, for instance, if you a janitor, you know what I mean? It don't matter where the great story comes from that can inspire somebody else. I want those stories because it's not enough of those stories of the people that's not celebrities or have a blue check on Instagram or Twitter. It's enough of those guys, the little people in the world that's being projected out to the world to know that, hey, this guy is doing great things. You should really check this guy out. It's not enough of that being going on. It's enough of applauding the guys that's already made it and making those guys bigger. So I do get the big guys. You ever see on my Twitter, I got Bo, got Jamar, got maybe Deion Kane, those guys coming up on my show coming up maybe at the end of this week. But at the end of the day, I'm still getting more people outside of ball. NASCAR drivers. I mean, I like the Nashville because I was with the Titans. I'm on my way, working my way in with Kid Rock, trying to get Kid Rock in there. I don't know nothing about country music and all that, but I want to get him on there to learn country music and understand how he got into country music and why he's so big that they named the bar on Broadway Kid Rock. So yeah, man. So
if I knew how to get a hold of Kid Rock, I'd tell you, but I don't.
Yeah, and I know a couple guys because I've been endorsed by a whiskey company connected to Kid Rock, and it's called All Five, by the way, All Five Whiskey, man. And our slogan is I like it, but she'll love it. So it's one of the best whiskeys out. I'm stamping that one of the best whiskeys out, and I'm trying to get that out to you.
What is
my
it?
case. It's called All Five. All Five spelled OILFIRE. All Five Whiskey, and you can look it up on Instagram. The website is up, and one of the best bourbon whiskeys out right now. So I think y'all like it. Once again,
Is it
I like it.
online only, or look at me
Again?
giving free promotion?
Huh?
Look at me giving free promotion.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't care. Is it? Can you only get it online, or can you find it in liquor stores?
you can find it in liquor stores in Tennessee. It is not expanded all the way out yet. I think you find it in Tennessee and Utah because Utah is where it first was made at. So a guy wanted to come and take on my podcast and wanted me to connect with him, and he been on me for a while about this liquor, and I was like, oh, I'm not spending the time. I was like, I'm good. So when I got released, we ended up reconnecting again, and it was a great talk, and I was down with being with the company whiskey, you know what I mean, and taking it off. So I mean, it's one of the best whiskey. I don't even drink whiskey, but I mean, when I do drink it, it's nice. It's smooth. It's 35% proof. It's not 40. It's a little less. It tastes more vanilla type of creamy type of, I would say like a oatmeal cream pie type taste. And it's real smooth. So I would say like more of a hot tub vibe in a winter cabin type drink.
Now, do they only have one flavor, or do
Right
they
now,
have a variety?
right now it's only one flavor right now. And right now working on this vodka right now. So, yep. Yeah, man. So other than that, that's about it. But my podcast is strictly that, man. It's more fun. I try to get a lot of guys through the USFL right now and through us and the Breakers, man. There's a lot of guys trying to come on. It's like, well, I still have to practice. I still got to do a lot of things, and they do podcasting all day. So, but I'm excited that a lot of guys is really interested in my show and the way it's going. And it's really a vibe. It's laid back, and I just find anywhere and do mine. I prop up my cameras, and I did one with the tackle. Lacaze McNeil, guy who was drafted by the Oakland Raiders, did one with him actually yesterday. That's up on my social media right now, and it's a good talk, man. So,
Well, everyone's got to check that one out, huh?
yeah, man. So it's literally like some little snippets on there, and I'm gonna drop the full one sometime at the end of the week, and also have Albert Hainsworth podcast is coming out as well this weekend, next weekend coming up. So Albert Hainsworth is coming out. That was a dope talk right there on Broadway in Nashville. It was a dope talk. So yeah, man. So
this is what happens when you hang out with the big guys. Sometimes you get these they want to come on and talk to you.
yeah, man. So like I say, like people always say, man, well, now you doing so good with your podcast, like it's got to be easy. It's not easy at the end of the day. Like you got to get people to believe that this is legit. That's the hardest thing to do is getting people to buy in and believe that it's legit. So yes, when you do play football, you do have a little platform to be able to grab others easier. But that's when it comes into that talk again about not just grabbing my peers, which is my fellow athletes, but grabbing people that's in a different lane, maybe NASCAR or WWE wrestler or something. How do you grab those guys? You know what I'm saying? That's when you have to give them your pitch. That's when you have to really work your words and understand how can that make this more understandable for them to believe that this is more of a benefit for them than wasting their time. So that's all, man. That's kind of what I do. Once again, like I tell my guests, you come, it's free will. Like, don't say nothing that you don't want to be on the air. Like, you know what I mean? Because I hate to have to keep editing to get all that stuff out. So, but most of the time it'd be so fun. Everybody enjoy it. So I started my podcast 7 months ago, and I've been thinking about it for 2 years ago, since 2 years ago, and it just aired about 7 months ago.
Yeah, I'm coming up on 1 year here soon. Actually, I
Yeah.
might be at 1 year, so.
My
But
question for you, how hard is podcasting for you? What is your toughest challenge you have to face when you're doing podcasting?
getting people to come on 9 o'clock at night because I work during the day.
Okay.
That is one
So
of my
so, so
that is one of my because I don't have good flexibility.
uh-huh.
Like I could do one at 8:15 in the morning before work, or 9 o'clock, like now, like we're doing right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
So
yeah,
but during the day, all I do is talk to people.
yeah. And that's the biggest thing. You have a personality, you have some type of charisma about you, you outgoing, you understanding. I feel like podcasting is easy. You know what I mean? All this part, the hardest part is what you said, getting the guys to actually come onto the show. You know what I mean? And that's kind of why I brought in my podcast up and have it strictly sports, because when you get into that sports lane, it becomes redundant for me. Like if I go ask Dirk Henry his life story, everyone started from the bottom. Everybody had nothing. Everybody had to grind to do it for their family. You know what I mean? It becomes a repeating cycle over and over through each episode. It's just a different athlete. So at this point, they're watching your podcast just to see who's on the show versus really listening, because it's all the same stuff. Football. What's your toughest game? Boom, boom. But at the same time, it is fun to figure out some people's life struggles, but it starts to get redundant at some point. So why I open mine up is because of the simple fact that I want my episodes on my podcast to be different every show. When I interview you, when I talk to you, your show's gonna be totally different from, I don't know, Bo Scarborough's. Y'all show's gonna be totally different. You might come from something totally from Bo, but what you say might not resonate with anybody in the USFL. But someone maybe at I don't know, some trash company dude may watch and say, "Oh my God, this dude just touched my life." You get what I'm saying? So I don't want people to come there and just that watch sports like me. I want to figure out how can I grab the ladies, how can I grab the women to want to come watch my show as well. So guess what? I got to get models, artists, painters, things like that. That people that have boutique clothing lines. Get those guys, these women on here to share their stories of how they started doing esthetician work, how they started doing lashes, all that type of stuff. So that's why I'm more into learning about people and how they got to their careers and what motivates them than worrying about really grabbing the top names out here and repeating the same cycle of football and football and football.
Well, with driving to the top, like we have baseball, we have hockey, we have um and started branching off. Like I have the Baltimore Crew. I have a Cleveland guy. Um, we talk Boston on here. We talk San Francisco. The Niners are big. Um, we we keep it open.
Yeah, for sure. And I love sports talk, and that's why me and my guy Caleb has connected on that Steelers talk. Because I enjoy sports. That's the reason why I went to school analyst and to do journalism because I love talking ball, and that's kind of the reason why I started podcasts because we can growing up as a kid, you might can relate. Growing up as a kid, you can argue down with your friends who's the best basketball player, who's the best football player of all time. You know what I mean?
Michael
Like
Jordan.
you can argue that all day. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, I might say LeBron, I might say Kobe. We can do this all day. But why not
All
do
day
that?
long.
Why not go to school and actually be able to go put yourself in position to argue that with Skip Bayless on TV? You know what I mean? For you basically that's not even a job. You arguing what you really believe in heart on TV getting paid for it. That's the best job in the world. Like talking sports all day. Like right now, you're doing a podcast talking to an athlete right now. This is the part of the highlight of your day. You're just having a good time, just having a good conversation. You learned about
I
me.
am.
I'm learning about you, and I mean, so that's
Like it's
podcasting.
funny. I got Boogie Roberts lined up for next week.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, that should be a good competition.
yeah, man. So, man, I mean, me personally, I bring the heat, man. I love to enjoy good talks, man. I love great shows. I love great enthusiasm, man. Most important, I can't say it enough. Just getting to know other people, connecting and networking with other people, because you never know when you might need the next person or whatever the case may be. So that's why my podcast is so important to me because I want to build relationships, not just because I'm podcasting, but because I'm really truly interested in what you do, what your podcast. I might can learn something from you after this talk. We might can share something like, hey, what do you do when I do this? What do you do when I do this? So you never know, man. So
It's
that's kind of what
turning
I do
to
with
a.
like,
It's turning to people for advice
yep,
and growing. I mean, we're all still young.
right,
I mean, we're all still young at this whole thing. Like
right,
when I first started, I would do the thing on Facebook Messenger, and record it on OBS, and then only put it on Spotify.
yeah,
And then I was talking to someone, and Frankie James, he said, "Hey, check out this StreamYard thing," and he brought me backstage and showed me the whole thing, and I was just like, "Yeah, this is what I need."
yeah. Facts. So like right now, I'm connecting with the USFL media guys, and they showing me a little quick little tidbits about my online shows. When I do shows that's not in person, how do I get my layout the way I want it to look? So with that being said, so I'm kind of revamping my theme of my online shows because I shoot mine usually right now in Riverside FM. It literally see me personally, I'm not a person that literally does it like this because we shoot live. I do my pre-recorded, and I take both videos and I chop them up. I do pop-ups, I do videos, and I do so much into mine to make mine like a show rather than just a talk. I want people to really highlight. I really try to highlight my guests. Like talking to you, I'm gonna show videos of what you've done that you gave back to the homeless in 2018 or 2020 during COVID. I want videos and pictures of you doing that, showing that. It just helps people, the audience, connect more with you because they can see it. You know what I mean? And sometimes about it, a lot of people say, a lot of my homies, oh, you do too many pop-ups, you do this. You know what I mean? I just go based on how I would have to watch it. If I had to watch it, I need things to move. So I don't feel like I'm just sitting here and someone's just talking to me. That gets kind of boring after the hour. You know what I mean? Busting with the boys, I love Taylor. You know what I mean? Me and Taylor Lewan talks all the time and laugh about busting with the boys. I think theirs is dope, man. I'm talking about sick. You know what I mean? So I don't know if
Right?
you ever seen. Have you seen Busting with the Boys?
No.
Oh man, check it out. Taylor Lewan, left tackle, he's played for the Titans. They're pretty sure you heard of him. Check it out. Busting with the Boys. I mean, say sponsored by Barstools. Busting with the Boys. Man, one of the best podcasts out right now. It's crazy, man. It's him and his co-host is Will Compton, and they have a great team, man. And what they do over there, Busting with the Boys, they got a
You've been on
old
it?
rap. I haven't went on it yet. I saw how he does it. It's crazy. He had like an old school bus. They painted it and made it all burgundy and make it say Budweiser on the side. And inside it has like Taylor side has all his Michigan stuff up behind his window, and on the other side is Will Compton's Nebraska stuff and hey jerseys in the league. And it's like the other side of the bus is like the back of the bus is where they have their mixers and all that stuff. It's a cool little setup on the bus, man. Josh Allen, all those guys been on there. It's cool, man. So man, like guys like that is like you gotta. Me personally, I like to spy on my opponents and see the things they do and see how I can take right from that and make that better.
You should have your
So
jerseys shipped to you so you can put them behind you.
yeah, that'd be cool if I did that. You know what I
Like
mean?
I have some of mine.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I should try
Like you
that.
could
That'd be
have your
cool.
Steeler jersey, your Jags jersey, your
My
Titans
top
jersey if you
jersey,
got one,
man, might as
and
well get
then
a
your
USFL jersey.
Birmingham jersey, and have a nice little background.
Yeah, definitely, man. So I'm actually about to purchase a house actually in Jacksonville in May. So I'm actually getting a full studio set up now. I mean, for podcasting, have full share mics ready, full share mics, get a nice road mixer and things like that, and be fully soundproof room. And it's gonna be really dope, man. The way this room is being set up in May. So got a couple guys and audio guys gonna be help set that up for me and get all these Sony cameras ready to go. And man, I'm excited for this room, man. The way this podcast is about to turn out, man.
I think there's a guy named Keegan down there with you guys.
Keegan,
Do you guys have how that works?
that's my guy. Me and him work together. He's actually helping me do something as we speak.
He's supposed to
Keegan,
come on the show. He's supposed to come on the show, but we can never get a time.
man, I ain't gonna lie, he's busy, man. Key is very busy, man.
He
Where
said
he
he just
working with,
got there and he was all excited. So he's like, "Yeah, I want to come on," and then we just never got a time.
yeah,
But
Key. I actually just saw him. I was leaving the sauna, man. He actually had his cameras and his computer. He's working on graphics and he's working with the USFL and the Breakers. So he's fully busy trying to make sure his content looks really good. He's competing against other guys in the league, just like we are. He's competing with other film guys, make sure stuff look good. So Key is a great guy, and I make sure I relay the message to him when I finish with this. That man, hop on your show for you, please. Come on the show. Let's talk some camera stuff. Like,
yeah. So I mean, I like talking to a lot of people.
right.
I mean, the other thing about this whole podcasting thing is you have to know how to take a no.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
You
I
have to
mean, a
know how to
guy.
take an ignorance.
I got one of those yesterday. I got a note yesterday from an artist out of Chicago, and he's an up and coming artist. I mean, he has like a lot of followers, blue check, everything, and I think his music is dope. I won't say his name, but me and my guy Lakeas McNeil, he's riding to a Walmart to get me actually a tripod, and I said, man, I really want this guy on my podcast. We're gonna do it over line. I mean, of course, I can't go anywhere right now. I was like, let me just shoot him a DM. I said, hey man, what's up, man? I think your music is dope. And the guy responds, say, hey, you want me on the show? Pay me like $340 or $400 to maybe come here. I'm like, what? Like, why would I do that? Like, bro, it's a privilege to come on my show too, brother. Like, let's be real.
Like
Like,
I'm
you know what I mean?
giving you free promotion to all my people.
I'm like, man, I'm lost here. Like, is this some part of this message that I forgot? Like, so when I saw that, I was just like, man. I was like, wow. I was like, that's crazy. Because, I mean, I know if the Breakfast Club, anybody want me to come on, I'm not going to say pay me. I would love to come on because the exposure you're going to get from the Breakfast Club and Hot 97 in New York and all, man, that's money coming in. That's not money physically, but it's money coming in. People get to know who you are. They're reaching out to you. Now people want to do more things with you, collab with you, and now you're making more money.
They're
But
learning your
sometimes,
channel. They're hearing about your other stuff that goes on
yeah,
your channel.
man, it's some people just don't understand. People just out here for the quick money and not here for the hustle and the grind. You know what I mean? And me personally, I don't care about the money when it comes to podcasts and sponsors. I care about just getting my content out there and making people legitimately enjoy my show. All the other stuff will come. Just like in football, the more you win, the other stuff will come. So the more I
Right.
win, the great quality guests on my thing, man. That's open, love to talk. I never put my guests in weird situations, answer weird questions, anything, man. I like to just have fun and be us just talking about everything. Video games, TikTok, like how many hours you spend on TikTok at night. Like it's crazy, man. So my shows be kind of really fun and upbeat, man. Be a lot.
So are you a gamer?
Man, of course I'm a gamer, man. My Xbox is sitting here loading right now. My guys are waiting on me on Call of Duty as we speak. My phone is going off. Research
Well, are you? So you have the box.
Are you talking about that bad boy right there?
Yeah, we got it both right there.
And you see that thing waiting on the screen, waiting there. Like, so yeah, whenever you want to load that Call of Duty up, hey, hey, my name is Team Gray, baby. Team Gray 77. It's waiting. That's too easy. Team Gray with 2 Wiles of Gray, and then 77. Mine's is waiting for you. We can shoot it up. Let's get it.
I gotta download the game first. I don't even have Call of Duty.
Oh my gosh!
Look
That
at
breaks my
my
heart.
son might be adding you. My son might be adding you right now. He's watching.
That breaks my heart that they don't have Call of Duty. What's the box for? It's add to the game room.
No, I played. I don't have time. I work 10 hours a day, and
yeah. So what do you play when you play?
I usually play sports,
like NHL
or Madden.
Madden. Wow. Come on, bro. We got to get a game in. Do you have Madden 23?
I don't know. Josh, do we have Madden 23 yet or no? See, I don't. I have.
Yeah, Dad, we do. Yeah, Dad, we do. Man, we got to run.
He's probably laughing at me right now.
Man, I got a couple USFL guys. Yeah. Man,
he wants to know if you play FIFA.
FIFA? No, but I will learn. I would love to learn. I love winning, so I wouldn't mind playing them. FIFA.
There you go.
I don't play FIFA, but I love to win, so I would love to download it just to get another win on someone. That would be fun.
I guess my nephew's here too. He's trash. They're trash talking right now.
Make sure all you guys please add me, man, on Xbox at Team Gray 77. Team Gray with 2 Y's on Gray. TEAMGRAYY77. That's Team Gray 77, man. Xbox. Make sure y'all get at me. If you're on Activision, man, PS4, PS5, whatever it is, Call of Duty, I'm on it. But if you want that Madden work, you got an Xbox, I'm on it. I bring the juice, baby.
Here, put it in the private chat, and I'll copy and paste it and put it into the YouTube. How about that?
I put it in the private chat. How do I do that?
Hit the little private chat box.
I got it.
Oh, never mind. That's Evan. That's my host at the lake house. I didn't know he was on. it. Evan. My bad, buddy. I thought you were my nephew. Evan's the one that came down with COVID and don't have a voice right now. He was going to be on with us tonight. There we go. Is your crew like, where are you at?
Hey, bro, I'm coming right now. We're ending right now in about 2 minutes. We almost done right now. My bad. About 2 minutes. All right. But yeah, man. So, man, all you guys, man, make sure y'all please add me on Call of Duty, man. I spend half of my time when I'm not doing anything fun with my life because I'm kind of a guy that just chills and think about podcasting all day and figuring out how I can connect with more people all day. And besides that, football.
There you go. We got it out there.
That's it. Football, podcasting, and Xbox. Quite lit.
I'll add you too. Maybe I'll look into just getting Call of Duty.
Oh man, come on now! Like you look, just takes patience and shoot. Boom, we get wins.
We on the new one?
Huh?
The new one?
Yeah, the new one, man. It's crazy, man. You got to think fast. They shoot.
Is it good? Is it better? Is it?
It's really good. The graphics is really good. You have the Xbox XO and XS series, so the graphics is dope. The speed of the game is fast. The guns look realistic. Everything looks really like real. Like it's like real war. Like, you know what I mean? And you enjoy it. It's fun.
I guarantee my son is bugging my mom right now.
Yeah. Man, you get to some nice headphones, you put them on, it sinks you right into the game, and you just hit a footstep. You just know he's coming left. You throw a sticky bomb, boom, blow him up. You know what I mean? It's fun, man. It's fun.
Sweet.
Yep.
Well, I think we're gonna have to get a nice little round table going and have a good talk.
Definitely, man.
I'd like to meet your co-host.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Well, whenever you're ready, man, I can get Caleb on here as well, man. We can we can definitely get something going because me and Caleb is actually in the works with something done with Stallions Nations right now, and we excited to talk more about that this week, upcoming week. So yeah, man. So we're gonna be talking more ball this year.
I want to hear how big of a fan of Kenny Pickett he is.
Man, I'm telling you right
I'm
now.
not going to say what he says on his Twitter feed because my son's watching, but you know what I mean.
Right now, Kenny can't do no wrong in his eyes, man. All year we used to debate on our show, on the Turbo DJF show, about Kenny, like winners and losers. I'm like, Kenny is doing great, but you putting Kenny at too high, like he makes no mistakes. Like Kenny is a great player. Never said that he's probably in Pittsburgh for a while, but man,
the Cleveland guy is probably dying of laughter right now.
Man, we definitely gotta get a round table going, man. I'm gonna get that set up for us, man. I will get that sometime later this weekend. It'll be an afternoon one. I gotta check with him and see when he's free. And definitely, man, that'll be definitely fun. That's definitely, man. So
that's the Cleveland guy right there, Evan, Lake House.
For sure, my guy, man. Definitely, man. Send the request. I'm actually on right now, and I'll accept it soon when I get off of here, man. Look forward to playing with you guys, and I definitely want to get that roundtable guy thing going with me, you, and Caleb, man, and a couple other guys who we want to get in here, man. We can just talk. Yeah, definitely, man.
Let him get over COVID, get his voice back.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hopefully he'd be done up for maybe like Thursday or something like that, maybe Wednesday, Thursday or something like that, end of this week. And I will check in with Caleb, see his schedule. I know he's free usually like Wednesday.
I know he would love doing some more AFC talk.
Yeah, man. Let's do AFC talk. Let's talk. I played in the AFC all that, so I know exactly what it goes down when we go down to Cincy. I know it now. It goes down, go to the dog pound. I know what it feel like to go to Baltimore Road. It ain't fun, especially playing in Cincy. It ain't fun.
See if we can get the Baltimore guys on here too.
Man, I'm telling you, we can turn this thing up, man. Like this could turn to an NFL talk real quick. We turn this to a nice little podcast talk about Myles Garrett doing it to my guy Mason Rudolph. But that's gonna be another time. We can talk about it another time. Man, I tell you, that was crazy that day.
Oh man. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you get off here. Tell people how to get a hold of you, and then you can get that. Man,
I can't thank you enough for letting me join your show, man. They're coming to your space, man. I appreciate you, man. And I look forward to doing this more with you, man. But I'm D. Gray, man, offensive guard for the USFL Stallions, former Jaguar, Titan, home team, Pittsburgh Steelers. And, man, you can find me on all socials, man. Team Gray with 2 Y's, man. Team Gray, TEAMGRAYY. Man, I appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you have a great night tonight, man. And, hope you make it work on time, man, after this great talk tonight.
I'm going to probably look into downloading this game now and get in there.
Let's go. Got one.
That's my next goal after I get this downloaded and take care of some
all
stuff.
The USFL's podcasters all on one. My guy Brian Hype, he runs the Stallions little page, and he's a big Call of Duty guy, gamer too. So we're going to have all you guys all in one team. We're going to be killing everything together.
I just had Webb on the other day. I had Webb on. I had Ace on the other day too.
Okay.
Yeah, we all talk, man. We all talk.
Okay, man. So
I'm pretty sure he's pumped. His Gamblers just got another coach, I guess, today.
Okay. Like I said, man, I'm a big fan of all you guys that podcast that do this, man, because I know the grind. I know how fun it is. I know the enjoyment you get after you get a great guest on your show that's actually not stuck up and actually enjoy having fun like I do. So, man, I know it's definitely a relief for you, man. So, hey.
I try to make it. I'm just like you, man. I try to make this as relaxed as possible.
Yeah, man. This has been great, man. I appreciate it.
If you do that real tense stuff, people just like
they freeze up and they give you the one word answers like, okay, brother, time out. Let's start this over. Like
right. So, yeah, I can't do that. I can do it, but it's like, okay, this is like 10 minutes and we're done.
Definitely, man. So, but I appreciate you, brother, having me on, man. And man, I'm excited for this.
Let's try and do it next Thursday. We'll try and do a little more AFC talk with Evan.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna get on my guy right now.
All right, we'll see if the Baltimore guys can maybe get one of their players too.
All right, let's do it. Get them in here. Let's talk.
I know he talked to Ray Rice, Bernard Pollard.
Okay, man.
I don't know.
Let's get it loaded up, then, man. Let's get it loaded up, man. I'm excited for this talk. I'm gonna jump on my guy and I'm gonna shoot you a DM and see what your guys talking with me. See if Thursday we could go Thursday.
All right, sounds good, buddy.
All right,
Well,
brother. You
hey
have a
man, I'm gonna look into this here for sure, and
good.
maybe I'll see you online if my son's not playing.
Definitely, man. I appreciate it, man. Let's get it rolling. All right, guys. Peace, man. Good night from Birmingham.
Thank you, Dre, for coming on too.
For sure.
Team Greg. All right, guys. Hey, that was a good show tonight. Give us a like and follow. Driving to the Top Productions on YouTube, Twitter, Sports Talking at Me, Hammer Time Pit, and Fee. Hey, little girl. All right, one more time. Come on. Come on. She's alive, kicking. All right. And there's the dog. All right, guys. Everybody, thank you for tuning in, and everybody have a good night.